Testing, testing, 1, 2. All right, let's get into it. First, go over to our scans. What's up here? So on the micros, we got Acon, WAC, ELAB. On the non-micros, we have ACRV, IMG, and CNCK that I'm seeing right now. So let's start looking. So to start, the thing with the highest percent gain is looking like Acon of 41%. Let's see. Walk kind of looks dead. ELAB. Okay, so those are our micros. So Acon pretty much leading the micros, but not leading in overall volume. Hit a high up here of 880 and is trying to figure things out now. In the non-micros, we got ACRV. Okay. Start looking through and seeing what actually has catalysts on the day. ACRV has some type of catalyst on today, so I will throw that on the watch. We'll research that. IMG. Not sure when. I think it had a catalyst on yesterday. CNCK. Catalyst on today. ONDS. No catalyst. DVLT. Good morning, Hebrew. DVLT. Catalyst on today. Gonna go through and figure out where our money should go. Up, ELAB, no catalyst. Walk, no catalyst. Acon, catalyst. Okay. So these are the four that I have that are currently up with catalyst: ACRV, Acon, and CNCK, and DVLT. Let's jump into it. Okay. Starting off with the highest volume, ACRV. Right, so Acrivion or Acrivon Therapeutics. Right, so it says Acrivon Therapeutics Inc., a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company, discovers and develops oncology medicines for patients whose tumors are predicated or predicted to be sensitive to each specific medicine by utilizing its generative phosphoproteomics platform. Okay. The company operates predictive precision proteomics, a precision medicine platform that enables the creation of drug-specific proprietary oncosignaling. Okay, all right. So cancers, tumors. Let's see. This company was incorporated in 2018 and is based in Watertown, Massachusetts. It's a healthcare biotech with 75 employees. States. Healthcare biotech. Keywords: tumors and cancer. All right, now let's go and look at the float. Shares outstanding 31.56 million. Float is 16.86 million. More institutions holding this one than insiders. Okay. So it's higher outstanding shares, but it's still a pretty low float, being 16 million in the float. Document that. That is, I think I just documented on the wrong one. I documented on Acon. Tripping. Document this on ACRV. That out. Okay, there we go. ACRV, 14 million shares traded. We'll see what comes up and tries to outshine that one. Acon is the next one on the list. Going up here back to the 880s and still finding a little wall there. Let's go to his profile. We'll look at the news in just a minute. I'm just getting this first part down. So Clarion operates a healthcare technology company in the United States. The company uses magnetic resonance spectroscopy and proprietary biomarkers to optimize clinical treatments, which uses MRS capabilities to non-invasively analyze chemical makeup of intervertebral disc in the spine. The company also provides NOCI-scan, MRS exam protocol. Okay. So they're looking at the spine, a lot of spinal type of things. See any? Okay, so yeah, spinal, whatever. Not so much cancer. This one was incorporated in December 2021. Uh, incorporated 2008, but changed its name in December 2021. It has 5 employees. Okay, that's probably a red flag. Since 2008 to now, and only has 5 employees. Okay. See what else we got. So the keyword in there was spinal spinal viewing devices, I guess. I don't know. Spinal viewing devices. 5 employees. Let's see what the statistics are as far as the float. Float is under 1 million. Shares outstanding is also the same as the float. Red flags there. The only red flag is those 5 employees for since 2008 to now. Kind of crazy. Edit. Okay, so got those notes there, and we will look further into the news on it in just a minute. CNCK just kind of going down. It had catalyst, but it's a higher float, and people it's kind of dying off. So I'm not too sure. I'm gonna keep that up here. I'm gonna clean that off. If it does come up, then I'll do research at that point. But for now, we're just gonna look at the things that are getting that volume up there. IMG. ONDS, we already looked at. All right, so let's go look into the news of ACRV and ACON. Clarion, most recent news was an hour ago today. Clarion provides 2025 update on 2026 corporate outlook and 2026 outlook. Quarterly NOSI scan volumes increased 114%. This is another kind of earnings play, kind of like Lucy yesterday. You know, kind of telling what they did in 2025 Q4, and yeah, I'm not sure people are gonna be that excited about this with the way Lucy treated people yesterday. I came back and looked at I came back way later, like at nighttime after the markets had closed, and kind of viewed Lucy, and it did not look like it treated people well yesterday. I did not trade any yesterday. I was, like I said, I was going to actually work on site, and didn't get any trades, so no trades for yesterday. Let me see. And then the other one was ACRV. All right, most recent news, 12 minutes ago. Phase 2B endometrial something. Endometrial cancer clinical data. Data is next. AP3 enabled development candidate. Oh boy. These are just not exciting to me. I'm gonna have to wait till something else pops up. These are just not exciting me to be trying to trade them. Let's just go watch Acon since it just continues to pile up. Acon out there, we will activate with its 5 employees. People, it's really a shaky stock. You tell by all of these wicks back and forth. 8 million shares traded. If it keeps trading like this, it'll probably become the #1 in volume. But the catalyst and all of that just doesn't excite me for real. Low float, moving up. Go look at the daily chart. I got some levels out here that I'm not sure what they look like on the daily chart. So let me go and look at those levels. May need to clear them. So Acon, it closed at 575, which looks like a previous level that I had marked up. And then it had, it's at $9 right now, so it's above all of these levels. I'm gonna go ahead and clean these up. Remove, and remove. Of all of this, and this right here is 810. So this was a peak daily level at 812. I will put that out here, peak. Okay. Back it on up. This top up here is 12 something, so we do have a range which is within. And I could just edit that. Duplicate peak daily level. 1205 up there, and then 812. It's kind of like the range that it's playing within, and it's not really clear as to where it can fall down to. Let's back up a little bit more. Okay, so past that is, okay, so it's just been melting really. All right, so we got these clear daily levels, 812 and 1205, and really nothing else in between. Jump back over. Up 58%, so it is our largest percent gainer. Still isn't leading in volume though. It's the work in progress. The 812 down here is where we see that 812 level. It came down here and tested that 812, bounced off of it. But a $3 move continued on this volume. On this catalyst would be very, very irrational. All the way up to 12. This is the next daily level, 1205. I just don't know if it could do it. Almost to 10 million shares traded though. Problem with all these wicks is it creates so many little ideas for different trends. I'm not sure what's gonna work, what's not, but I'm gonna draw some in and see how it reacts to them. It's really no downtrends right now, it's just been ramping up. Okay, it's a little too steep. Like clear trends. Really go here to any gap down here, 657. I guess we'll just see how it does at this trend level right above the 812s. See if we can start to see a downtrend. Really want to see something else come and challenge it. Less than 1 million shares before it hits 10 million during pre-market. See if we can get a downtrend idea here. Close below 936. Or yeah. Perfect. Let's see if we can get a downtrend idea here. Hasn't quite closed yet, but I don't think it's gonna pop all the way back up, right? All right, so we got a little bit of uptrend down here, a little bit of downtrend. Got a pinch point up here around 875. So we'll see how it continues to hold. Very rare I have two no trade days in a row. Um, Usually there's something that comes up, but we'll see. Over here at the front page news and see what we got over here while this one's muddling around. All right, so we got Nvidia is demanding full upfront payment for H2 chips in China. U.S. seizes 2 more tankers in Venezuela oil campaign. Trump wants to boost defense spending. Okay, so that may be a good thing for military stocks. Trump wants to boost defense spending. Let me take notes to some of these headlines. 50% to 1.5 trillion. Cool. I already got military and defense up here as a topic. Goldman, Trump faces 150 billion tariff refund tight or fight as SCOTUS ruling nears. Okay. A tariff refund? Interesting. U.S. control of Venezuela may last for years as strategy takes shape. China to approve NVIDIA's H2 purchases as soon as this quarter. Market risk mounts as Supreme Court weighs Trump's tariffs. Intel hopes its new chip can be the future of AI. Let's hope, though. Montage technology plans up to 1 billion Hong Kong share sale. Gold, silver fall as traders brace for wilder index rebalancing. China to probe Meta's acquisition of artificial intelligence startup Manus. The average down payment buyers are making right now. Okay. EU antitrust regulators to decide on Google's Wiz deal. China's OmniVision integrated circus sets Hong Kong listing price at top end rate raises 616 million. Okay. All right, so we'll see. We got Nvidia up here demanding full upfront payment from China, and then we got Trump wanting to boost defense. Those are kind of standout ones. Let's see. This one's talking about Nvidia and CES, ubiquitous AI and newest innovations. Mindset every new investor needs for finding great buys. This coming ETF mistake could crush your portfolio. All right. Well, it looks like we're still on the topic of military defense, oil. Well, I haven't seen oil yet, but definitely military defense. And then Nvidia doing this thing. So we'll see how all of that plays out. FOMC, are they doing any meetings today? We have, today is the 8th. Nothing crazy out here on the 8th. Pretty good. Acon still hasn't reached 10 million shares traded. It is getting tighter and tighter in its motions, getting more and more thickly traded. Once it breaks 10 million, I think people will kind of be like, okay, well, there's definitely liquidity over here. Let's see what we can do. Problem is one, it's weak catalyst, and two, it has red flags in it. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out, especially with those 5 employees that can probably sell their shares at any time if they've been working there since 2008. Overall market is, let's go here, is, so again, the overall market came up here. I believe yesterday we discussed about it coming up here to the 25s somewhere, but it again is if it keeps closing under the ATRs, I'm thinking a turning point to the downside is coming at some point. Just don't know when. So I keep up with the betas. If the betas are, see over here on the non-micros, the betas over here, how it follows the market, these things that are up, like IMG has a 2.2 beta score. It's a weak follower of the market, so could go either way. Now, wait a minute, Acon just popped back up. It now hit 10 million shares. It is still in this downtrend. We'll see what kind of action comes of this. The trend was at 921. Point of control is down here at 825. Let's see if that trend gets respected. Little tap C. This is how they trap it. A lot of times they'll trap buyers in here. They'll have a big, nice candle, but it's going right into resistance. And buyers buy this top and they don't know this is happening. So it's kind of like a 50-50. Maybe it goes through, maybe it doesn't, but you pretty much miss the majority of the move, right? Or I mean, maybe you didn't miss it. Maybe this is just a trap. So we'll see how this ends up playing around this $9 flat level that is kind of showing some resistance at. 10 million shares traded, though. It's 6 million shares away from becoming the number one on the day. And if it is the number one on the day, you already know how I'm feeling. I'm going to sit on my hands. Sit on my nice little hands. I don't know if my hands are nice, but yeah, my hands. Back up there to that level again. I like to visualize those trends, man. Visualize all day long. They'll keep you out of some mess. And that's the mess I'm talking about right there. Now imagine you see this big old nice candle here, not knowing this trend is here. You buy right here at 911, looking for it to push up, and you just haven't drawn the trends. Now you're down, 885, kind of playing around here. So we'll see how this closes. And it's got room all the way down to this other trend down here, what, 830, 840-ish? That's quite a bit of a loss. 911s, well, it is 911. So 911 all the way down here to 840s. So at this point, 872 is the point that it will need to break down. It's hit the 7 o'clock top of the hour now. 15 million shares traded on it. The only thing above it is ACRV, just catching up with quite quickly. That $9 flat level is becoming an issue. Third time it's been up here to the nines. Still within that downtrend, has not broken any highs. So at this point, to invalidate this downtrend, it would need to break over 919 to invalidate it. And you never know if the candle can't get up there and hold body up there, like body part of the candle up here, and it snaps back. That's why we wait for those candles to close. So if it was to pop up here, it would need to actually stay up there, up top. As we can see, more sell-off here into this downtrend. Still has room all the way to 844s. And literally all we do is draw in ideas, right? And we say, well, it could fall down here. Maybe it doesn't fall down here. Maybe it gets close and then turns around. We don't know. This is just an idea to be retested. $16 million shares traded on it. Bottom 870s is pretty much that weakness point. Then back up here to this uptrend will be back to the 905s, but there'll be a very steep move all the way back up there right now. Okay. So broke to a lower low inside of the downtrend. So we got room down here to the 844s right now. See how if it thinks at this level or what it wants to do around this 850-ish level. 16 million shares traded. Nothing else has even broke over 10 million on my scans. So micros, WAC, ELAB, NVVE, all still under 2 million. Non-micros, ACRV, only up 5% though, with 20 million shares traded, and everything over here is under 10 million. So I'm just staying focused on what has the volume right now, and if something else comes onto the scan, I'm not gonna dig for things looking for hope in the rubble. I'm gonna stay where the people are until they give up. Once they give up, something else may start to move. We'll do the research, see what it is. All right, so it's got this level still up here at 9, right around 9s. Be the fourth time that if it does go up there, it'll be the fourth time it'll be up there. But it did break a lower level, so I'm sure that kind of threw a wrench in the machine for some of these longs. Okay, so let's see if it can break the highs, and this will be a new idea coming from the old trend line up to here. We'll see if it can break out of these 891. 890s. A little shove back there. 17 million, 3 million away from being the number one on the day. And if this is the number one, you're gonna sit on my hands. Did not break out of that top. So we'll see if it wants to retest 864 or it wants to continue to go sideways here and try to get past this 890s level. $75 on boy. Right, so did not end up breaking out there. If this point holds, this 865 continue to use it as some type of level here, but if it breaks to a new low, has room down here to the 840s. Okay, so just right at that level. We'll see if a new idea forms here and it has room to continue to play in these levels. We'll see though. Let this candle close because it did break a new low. 72s. Okay. Have room right here to the 850s at this point. Let's see if they do a little thinking here at the 850s. Okay. Wow, they really didn't think about that too hard, huh? Top side of this is 855 to reclaim that uptrend. But at this point, the next level to test is $8 flat. I'm gonna wait for that candle to close. That idea of the uptrend hasn't been tested yet. It could pop back up, but hasn't been tested yet. And coming down to that peak daily level that we had there at the 812s, this will be a new uptrend idea. Right here to right here. And the previous uptrend idea is could become resistance. So we'll see if this becomes resistance and keeps it from getting back to that that downtrend. Oops. All right, so there's our rise back up there. So now we have a uptrend inside of an uptrend. Will this become resistance or will it want to hold up and go and test back up here? Throwing up a little wick there, and we're seeing a little bit of resistance at that previous uptrend. I'm saying you don't leave where the volume is. You stay where the volume is. You go digging, you miss everything, right? It's like, no. Right now up here, right at that 9 flat, and the point of control is below that level anyway. So 885. See if it continues to drag that point of control down into this level. But that uptrend, that initial uptrend idea, looking like it's forming some type of resistance here. And then we got the new bottom there right above this 812 level. Yeah, Hebrew, the market has I really don't know if it's been a cold market. I think it's just been a market that you have to trade what makes sense, because what makes sense has been hot. And I think the reason why is the longer, at first, like 2020, there was a lot of traders that came in on a lot of new volume, right? But as time passes, people think more about their trades. And so I don't know if it's a colder market or if it's more thinking people in the market rather than just let's just trade this. You know what I'm saying? Like in 2020, it was just people in the market with money just buying whatever is going up. But now it's more of like, okay, do you have a strategy? Do you have consistency? You know, do you have patience? And those people are attacking around the same points. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a colder market. I think it's a smarter market, especially in the small caps. I think more people are thinking about what they're doing. Um, a lot of people are more catalyst focused, so I don't know about cold. All right, so it formed a higher low here, so we'll see if it falls back below this uptrend or if it wants to hold up this uptrend. It has room up to the 895s as of now. But we gotta wait for these candles close. $18 million shares traded on this one, bumping up against this uptrend. We'll see if it breaks it down there at the 850s, back towards the 850s. This is our first downtrend inside of our downtrend, so we'll see if it does fail to break this high of 869. If it can break it, and we'll see if it can stay away from this uptrend at the 820s. That resistance is definitely looking like it wants to throw it down a little bit back towards those 850s. Hebrew, did you end up trading Lucy yesterday? Anything on Lucy or anything else yesterday? Lucy was mad at the world, boy. Ben6399 said the new dollar delist rule has caused a reduction in volatility. I would think is a driving factor to a slower market. Wait, let me read that again. The new $1 delist rule has caused a reduction in volatility. I think they've been doing that for. Is that a new rule? I thought they've been doing a dollar delist. Let me look into this. Dollar delist rule. Let's see, dollar delist rule. So it did go back down to that uptrend we had down there. So this first initial uptrend did is looking like it was some resistance there. It has room down here to the 812s now. If it breaks a new low here, which will be what, 822, it definitely has some work to do here right above this 812. Let me see. The dollar rule refers to the minimum bid price requirement enforced by a major U.S. Compliance period. It says recent changes. So in 2024, 2025, NASDAQ and NYSE adopted accelerated delisting rules. If a company has done a reverse stock split within the past year and falls below $1 again, it loses eligibility for compliance periods and faces immediate delisting determination. Appeals are allowed, but trading may be suspended during the appeal process. Okay. Okay, so I guess they did change it 2024 and 2025 immediate delisting. There. Okay, so yeah, he's right. You traded PLR TR yesterday and then changed. Nah, they haven't changed the PDT rule yet. Trust me, if they change that, it's gonna be all over YouTube. Everybody gonna be talking about it. They're gonna be like, oh my goodness, blah blah blah. You know, everybody think mama gonna be talking about it. I would like it because I usually keep my account over 2,000 anyway, so it's whatever. Get it up to get 3,000, make 500, make 500, make 500. Just keep that 2,000 in there as a safety net. Right. So now we're testing this downtrend after we saw that this was some type of resistance. Anything else popping up, running up the bag? Let's see what this is. MLTX. MLTX. Do you have news on the day? Moon Lake Immunotherapeutics announces positive outcome from type B meeting of US FDA and announced investor day. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I don't really care about a type B meeting or FDA feedback. Yeah, they only got 3 million shares, so they're not about that life. They got to push up. If ACON is going down and still having more volume than some of these things that are trying to come up, I'm not impressed. ACON's coming on down through these levels. That 812 level, let me move this a little bit. Still well within this downtrend, pushing down a little bit more. All right, so came right down. It did do a lower low here again at the 822s. And we do kind of have a downtrend inside of a downtrend now. So let's see where this is going right here. That's another idea inside of the previous idea. So the high, what, 844? We need to make some higher lows above the 820s. But being this close to a daily level, I'll be very suspicious of it not breaking this level first and trying to go higher. I have to break down first. Because if you buy this and then it gets down here and just shoots down to 750, you're going to be mad at the world. 750 is where all of this began, it looks like. Pop up here. Not sure about that either. Wait on that. Okay, there's one up, FLYX. I don't know if y'all seen this one, up 84%, 4 million shares traded. Let's see what that float's looking like. Okay, it's a lower float on FlyX. Does look like it says exclusive name, Fly exclusive named authorized Starlink aviation dealer, bringing high-speed in-flight connectivity to his fleet and MRO clients. So FlyX, let's go and deep dive on this one. Popping up here, it only has 5 million shares traded, so we got plenty of time. It has no structure here, so plenty of time for structure to form. So this is giving us our time to analyze, and it's up 100%. FLXY. It's already catching up, so it's on our non-micros because it's 20 million shares outstanding, but it's definitely catching up to IMG and pushing on up here, kind of quickly. LX. They're not coming up. FL. Oh, FLYX. Type it in. Oh, FlyX. It's got an ATR of 42 cents from yesterday. Trading above that ATR down here, ATR high. And let's see, profile. FlyX does not have any employees listed. So industrials and airlines. This one's North Carolina, Kingston, North Carolina, United States. Fly Exclusive Inc. owns and operates jet aircraft in North America. It also offers jet charter services, aircraft maintenance, modification, repair, inspection, overhaul, operation services, interior and exterior refurbishment services, and aircraft management services, as well as wholesale and retail ad hoc flights and jet club program, a partnership program, fractional program, and other services. The company is headquartered in Kingston, North Carolina. Okay, so let's go ahead and notate all of that. So it's our biggest mover on the day. It just came out of kind of nowhere. But it's definitely got some work to do in the volume. Kingston, North Carolina. Industrials and airlines. And let's go to the statistics. We have a shares outstanding of 20 million, 20.76 million. Float is 5.68 million. Ooh, huge holdings by the institution, 75%. So it may be a little choppy. So we'll see how these institutions, especially when it comes to airlines, institutions really have a hold on airlines, whether it's American Airlines or United Airlines, Delta, whatever. Institutions are usually in kind of deep there. I was thinking it was going to be more along the lines of military, but it's not. It didn't really list, military excerpts in that profile. But let's go look at the overall news here for FLYX. So most recent news 24 minutes ago. And the other news was 2 days ago, so that's kind of old. All right, so January 8th, largest private jet operators and certified Part 145 repair station today announced it has signed an authorized dealership agreement with Starlink, becoming a certified dealer and installer of Starlink's high-speed, low-latency aviation connectivity systems. Fly Exclusive will begin installation of Starlink on its fleet, setting a higher standard for onboard experience with streaming quality internet, real-time communications, and consistent VPN performance. Our customers expect a world-class experience every time they fly with us. Starlink raises the bar for in-flight Wi-Fi, leveraging the capabilities of our vertically integrated platform. Starlink is the world's most advanced satellite constellation, and a lot of times you'll see Starlink in remote locations, like on islands, or if people are out on oil rigs, like in the middle of the ocean where there's not too many towers. That's where Starlink is most powerful. Let's see. So yeah, that's a pretty big name. Getting that agreement with Starlink, but I'm just trying to think like what. So if I'm a normal person, I can buy a Starlink. Is this Starlink different from a Starlink that I can buy as a normal person? Are they just putting it on a plane? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. Like, is this a different Starlink or is this the same thing just on a plane? Installation. Let's keep reading. All right, Starlink dealer and installer. Connectivity is no longer luxury. Strengthens external operators. A Starlink dealership aligns with Fly exclusive, broader investment. Installations, 350 fleet in early 2026. Okay, so they haven't actually started these installations quite yet. So it'll be early 2026. So I'm not sure when, I guess around the first quarter. So January, February, March, April, maybe. But for right now, my question is it a better, or is it a faster Starlink, or is it the same Starlink I can go and order offline and all I can do is just take it on a plane with me? That will be my only question on this one. All right, so we hit a high of 650 and came down here. So we have a little bit of an idea of a downtrend. Not really any uptrend though, so nothing kind of concrete down here. Back up to Acon. Still came right down to that 812 level. Right, and it did form what looks like a higher low for now. Let me. Okay. All right, so came down here to 809. This is a new uptrend idea here. It still has heading towards 20 million shares traded, and only needs about 4 million shares to be number one on the day. But it is fighting. It came out of this downtrend, so I'm gonna erase that. And I'm gonna look and see if this uptrend holds and if it can retake these uptrends up here at 850 and break over these highs. Not sure if that's possible, but it's still getting trading. Fly YX, I'm not sure about that one with that Starlink, because anybody can buy a Starlink. Really slowing down in that volume around here. Bottom side is the 809s. Still up 42%. All right, it is 7:30 right now. For right now, I just don't have any concrete ideas here in the market. Fly X, I'm questionable. I really am not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one. And then the other one that we had was Acon. So out of these two, I'm just like, is there really like nothing in the micros? And will we be forced to look for something up here in the other, in the non-micros, higher floats? MLTX, 4 million shares traded. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get on down so I can get over to the other office. When I show up over there, I will re-look into these. ACRV went red on the day, so that's out of there. So the three that I have right now on watch is Acon, FLYX, and MLTX. Looking at their shares outstanding, Acon is well below 1 million. FLYX is above 20 million. MLTX is 70 million. So a little bit higher floats out there on those two. And as far as Acon goes, it is just on this new uptrend look. I'm not sure how long that'll hold. It has room up to the main downtrend up here, but it's got to break through a lot. Well, actually, let's go ahead. This uptrend right here has pretty much been invalidated. It's too high up. It's got to break all of this resistance to get up here to this 881. If it gets back up there, that's going to be strength. So let me remove that. And not really sure from here. It just continues to try to break down, but not break down. It's got uptrend potential here though. 19 million shares traded. Circle back to FlyX. FlyX just kind of going flat. I'm guessing people read the news and was like, Starlink, we're all sitting in the same boat. Like I said, I think it's just smarter traders, to be honest. I think people just not stupid. People are reading more. That's what I think is going on. All coming to the same conclusion at once that this is trash. Unified preying on its downfall. All right, so Acon just kind of going flat above this 812. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I will follow up with you all in the Discord. So today I will be more active in the Discord. Yesterday I was completely, I didn't even wasn't even looking at Discord. So, but today I will follow up with you all in the Discord and let y'all know if I see anything that looks like it's gonna be worth trading. But for right now, sitting on my 10 fingers, baby. Sitting on my 10 fingers. I don't have 2 days in a row that are no trade days, but today, it is what it is. If it's just not there, it's just not there. But yeah, pretty much it for me today. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace. Oh, Hebrew said he's teaching his daughter to trade now. She will be able to take more trades, but right now she's under 25K. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's gonna be a gamer. You're gonna gamify trade and she's gonna be out here taking souls in that thing. But yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a great day. Keep your head on the swivel and be careful. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.